Oh, what a week this is turning out to be. Hello, everyone. Sorry, that was crap. Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Knightcast. I am your host, Anime Night 1972, and as usual, I am joined by my wonderful compatriot, a good buddy of mine, Mr. Co-host to you, Sound Joker.
What's up, everybody? So, boy, what a crazy week! And what the last 12 hours, 12, not even 12, several, well, fuck it, 12 hours have been. We will get to a lot of that news lately. Oh, because you can't tell me that what happened 12 hours ago was not planned. But some news I found to be interesting, to be a little bit more later. Disney 1983, the film The Washington Woods, was hated by executives then and now. John Who made a film to be very scary, but Disney chopped out the footage, and reshot new silly footage so the characters didn't die. Director's cut does exist, but they refuse to release it. This isn't the first time you hear that, oh, a studio chopped it up without their permission. Once Upon a Time in America does come to mind. Sergio Leone was promised a two-part movie deal, mostly because they shot like 6 to 9 hours of footage, and the film would take two parts to completely tell the entire story and everything. But executives over there at both companies were looking at a completely different movie entirely, and it's like, yeah, their two-part to fail, but we need your two-parter to be a one-part movie. Europe gets the director's cut of the version of the film, while America chopped up everything up, unedited, unsupervised, without Leone's permission, bringing down a near 3 hour film down to only 133 minutes, and it was put in chronological order. And if anybody who has watched Once Upon a Time in America like I have, you know for a guaranteed fact that that's not how the film's supposed to go. You're supposed to be jumping around timeline between when they were kids slash teenager years to young adolescents to young adults to their twilight years. That movie's great, it's amazing, but I found this to be interesting because, the House of Mouse isn't that hands off with their editing, so I found that to be interesting that I want to see a cut of this movie out there. Looked interesting. I'm like, characters don't die in the non Disney version, and it's not silly. Okay, sign me up a little bit.
Have they forgotten the Black Cauldron, um,
Well, the Black Cauldron storyline
Mulan?
goes that was made without Walt Disney after the passing, and it went through several different changes in production and interferences with what directors wanted, what the studio was like. It's too scary for kids, and it was the most expensive animation movie at the time, so that's why even so young Tim Burton was on that project, creating some of the sequence. So it's there as well, but it's not unheard of to hear stories that someone came in and then they started meddling with the film, and it's like edited without my permission. So there's that too. Even like, was it Heaven's Gate? You really have to watch a director's cut to get the full version of the movie to make sense.
Yeah. I miss movies that actually make sense when you get it all figured out and everything. That's why the Tarantino movies, as goofy as they are in some places, were coherent enough to understand. Like Kill Bill, for instance, Pulp Fiction.
Reservoir Dogs comes to mind. His first theatrical film out there, even Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, does make sense. And also, but what Ammonite means but makes sense is that there is a difference between on purpose, the film might take 2 or 3 watches to make sense, versus the films that are more frustrating, hard to like. What in the world? Like, I kid you not, so many people have argued with me on this. Is that You probably know it's a film I'm going to talk about. The 2017 little art house indie horror film by A24 called It Comes at Night.
Oh, good God.
For the love of death to me, okay, if this is meant to be a psychological horror film, it's boring as shit. If it's meant to be a psychological thriller, I'm like, okay, that's a little better, but what is the it? What's out there? What did the dog see? Is the dad dying of some type of disease? Yes. What's out there at night? How did the stranger survive at night? Did he know the other strangers? Was their son actually sick or not sick? Did Thomas want to deal with the other woman? I don't know, but some people go like, "You don't understand the film." The film, like, I understand the film was trying to do, but in some cases, too much art house can interfere with that. Not to mention, remember this golden rule: mismarketing your film or product can also damage the reputation. I saw no marketing for that film outside of something that my coworker said. Are you gonna see this movie? I'm like, I'll go try to see it. But when I saw one of the posters, I'm like, okay, if I saw that in my theater, I might go, what is the dog seeing out there? I don't know. Looks cool. Looks pretty interesting. But sometimes that can't happen. Even if they don't meddle with the editing or marketing, it just happens like that. And it can get frustrating. And some films are fun because they are frustrating. Where I go, yeah, I know the film's freaking frustrating, but that's why I love it, because I love to hate it or hate to love it. So there are dozens and dozens of examples out there, but we're gonna move on for this. So I got a lot of Netflix news lately in here. So off the presses, hold on. He's gonna play the clip. I know what he's gonna think. But I might give them just a bit of the doubt after he plays the clip. Go ahead.
Which one?
Any. Take your wild guess.
The father one.
Go right ahead.
You bad. Now you've made me very, very, very. Yeah, forget it.
On one hand, I can see where everyone's going to play the father clip and be like, you son of a... But then again, I hear someone say the most stylish game. Did you only play Persona 5? Do you know what Persona 3 and 4 used to look like? Did you know what Shin Megami Tensei 3 used to be like? Which is still excellent to this day. Has aged very well. Do you know what the original Persona 1 and 2 used to look like? First of all, folks, they never said they're adapting Persona 5. They're just making a live-action Persona series. And to be fair, let me play devil's advocate here. First off and foremost, we have multiple different anime projects of 4 with the original animation covering the base game of the original PS2 version. Then you have the Vita version, which is called Persona 4 Golden, which, again, there's another anime adaptation of that. We have the Persona 3 movie. That's right, Persona 3 has movies. It's 4 movies in total going through the game itself at a much fast and rapid pace possible for films of Persona 3 out there. And then there's Persona 5 getting an anime adaptation as well. I think that one, I think a lot of people agree that, yes, it's Persona 5, but it feels like more that they did it out of obligation because Persona 3 had an anime, Persona 4 has an anime, so you might as well get Persona 5 an anime as well. Not to mention, there's also a Persona 4 play. Yeah, there's a Persona 4 play, actually. I'm like, okay, that Japan has done. Not to mention, did you know that Persona 2 almost had an animation? You could actually go find it. It's lost footage, actually. Persona 2, Innocent Sin, almost had an anime at one point. Looks pretty awesome. I'm like, damn, that's great. So, Persona has been everywhere. Also with mangas, light novels, you name it. So, Persona's been everywhere. I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt for this one. I know there are some names attached to here that isn't mentioned on discussing films, but others that people are concerned about. Yes, I'm also big concerned a little bit of the Christopher Monty's, Star Trek Picard will serve as showrunner. So I go like, ooh, Picard. But then again, Picard got better with the 3rd and final season. So if there's some good writers attached to it, I don't know. I think other people are saying they're from other questionable adaptations as well, where we go, okay, you kind of got me with some other things. I think it's like with 21 Laps, which is one of the God, I wish I could find some more about this a little bit, but it's a lot. It's a lot of big concern. Like it's live action. However, I think Persona could work in live action. Number one, if they kind of go off, of what Persona 1 used to look like, what Persona 2 used to look like. I can use because, in my opinion, because do you guys not know what Revelation Persona used to look like? I mean, this is what Revelation Persona used to look like, at least in terms of gameplay, and so that's what it looked like. So before someone says, but Persona has always been like, that's just the dungeon arena. So, and these are your character designs. So I'm going off, and this is off original Atlas, people, like Shin Megami Tensei, Digital Devil Saga, what was his name again? Kazuma? I can't remember his name. So, yeah, these are like their old design. Also, don't forget, this was the original Japanese. This is the Western. So, so even back then, they were going like, oh, not quite yet, kids. So, and there's like the PlayStation Portable version, or no, was it the original? I think that was the original. So if they kind of go off more of these designs, I'll be fine. And then I got to show you Persona 2 because goddamn Persona 2, you're never getting character designs like this ever again. Oh, there's the few. Yeah. Did you know this is costing you $200 on eBay, if not more?
Oh, good God.
The only Persona 2 game on the PlayStation 1 that we ever got in the West, because Innocent Sin was not localized yet until the PlayStation Portable era. So, and the only female main protagonist, the only female main actually, out of the 25 years of Persona until whatever Persona 6 gives us. Again, if they kind of go off like these character designs, their themes, their setting, I think it could work. On the other hand,
so which one's the PAL version? Which one's the North American version?
This is actually North American right here. And this was the PAL. I think this one was the PAL but there are two different Persona 2 games. But they're such
I'm split.
Stories. So here's the thing.
I'm split because both of these are cool as hell.
Because here's how it goes. It goes Persona 2 Innocent Sin is the first game, Persona 2 duology. So you play. So this is part 1, and this is part 2. So Eternal Punishment is a continuation from Innocent Sin's ending that you get, and they can go straight to Eternal Punishment. So they're all still connected some way to the Velvet Room, because Igor's like, you're not the first one who's coming here. I've helped out many others before in the past, and the Velvet Room has different people, starting with 3, 4, and 5. You get kind of like more of the assistants out there. I mean, the designs back in the day, my friends, this looks so cool. So if they can handle it that way, I'll be fine with it. Granted, my main concerns through like all of this is, at the end of the day, is that, it is live action, it is Netflix. At the same time, am I getting sick of these live action adaptations? I would like for them to halt for a while and be like, guys, can we just breathe a while? Not everything needs to be turned into live action. Like, for example, we still have the upcoming Samurai Champloo in the near future, and I can pull this off quickly because...
Real quick. Hi, Jorge. Hi, Alaska Jeff. Welcome.
I am past this novel volume of Claymore, but don't forget, we still got the ABC, was it CBS or ABC's adaptation of Claymore, which I am not happy for because, hello, this is Claymore we're talking about. How are we going to do this, guys? How are you going to adapt this? How are we going to do it, guys? How are we going to adapt this? How? Everyone's like saying, that's easy. I'm like, oh, no, it's not. How are you going to get these details from the manga translated into live action? come on, guys, what are we thinking? What are we doing here? There's a great. I can show you a great one.
The only reason why One Piece gets a pass with us was because they actually put effort.
How are we gonna adapt the Yoma, guys? Remember, these are
Oh my
Yomas. They
lord,
fight.
that's a creature of nightmares. Holy shit.
Guys, how are we gonna do this? Please tell me how we're gonna do in live action. One Piece can do well at the same time. One Piece, guys, we're not fighting this every day. Yes, we have the Delphrid users. Brooke exists out there. Big Mama. Everybody loves Big Mama. Crocodile before he kind of changes later. We got Fire Fist Ace. Who else am I thinking about? Sky PR comes to mind with the lightning ability users. So, guys, how are we going to adapt Claymore? Please, someone give me a good reason why Claymore deserves to be live action. Well, we can do it because Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is Game of Thrones. Lord of the Rings is Lord of the Rings. I'm glad we got those great examples out there that we could do it, but Claymore doesn't need it. I'd rather have it stick it to manga form or someone give me a proper anime adaptation, because the original anime adaptation is good, but they change around the story a little bit. And because the manga wasn't finished at the time, we get an original ending that was supposed to hint for more to come, but they never did it. So, on one hand, everyone's right to be panicking. But on the other hand, let's give it one benefit of the doubt, like a very small percent, let's say 10%. You get freaked out for the rest of the 90% of it. But can they also adapt new material? Which I have to say, for one of the anime adaptations, here's the thing. It was an original Persona story, actually. So Atlas could do it, actually. Netflix, there was agreement with Netflix, Atlas, and all production company, if they say you can do Persona, but it has to be an original storyline. I'll be fine with it. There are probably dozens of storylines that Atlas probably has over there for all the different Persona games out there that just never got adapted. Adapt one of those and make new material. But at the same time, I do agree with Jeff over here. They are desperate for new material, but they won't make new material. That's the sad thing. Sure, Wednesday's, Monster of the Week, Tim Burnick show works well because it fits Wednesday. That same style doesn't fit into a Casper show. Like you saw that news that they're making a new Casper show. I was like, great, something for the kids. But they want to Wednesday-ify it. And I went, no. Or the Dark Kicks of Winx Club that's on Netflix. And I go, really? Winx Club got a darker version? Somebody said that it could have worked, but they canceled at the end of the first season, so no. And may I remind you guys what's happening right now to our beloved childhood show called Avatar: The Last Airbender that's on Netflix? I can't defend season 2. I defended season 1, but nope, no more. No more defending. After the 3 clips I saw. Go ahead.
Because there is no defending season 2. After everything, I stopped watching. That's how bad it was. I walked away. It was
how far
great.
Did you get?
5 episodes.
Ooh, out of 8, right?
Out of 8. I booked. I checked out. I was done. I'm like,
did they do Appa's Missing? Please tell me, or they didn't do Appa's Missing?
I was too angry to remember because they they screwed up. Like they had it. They had it good going in season 1. We can defend season 1 all day, every day because there were
mistakes in season 1.
But they were trying. They were trying.
Like I was going like no, like wait, man, this is getting good. Like no. That's how I describe my season 1 experience. Going, yeah, no, hey, no. It just kept looping and looping. I'm like, all right, I got through it.
But season 2, it's like, you guys are gonna send me to the fucking hospital.
The 3 clips that I saw that pissed me off. The first one. What is Suki doing fighting Why is Suki with the gang? Where's Sokka? Where's Zuko? It's supposed to be the Benders take out Azula for the retreat. Like Suki was never in this episode.
Nope.
Like, so that was Shrek number 1 for me. Shrek number 2, I'm like, what was the second Shrek? I was like, oh yeah. What was it exactly? Oh, it wasn't the boulder. I was fine with the boulder stuff, but was
No,
the whole
that was actually fun. I enjoyed that scene.
It was both tough metal bending too early. I'm like, she wasn't captured by her mom. She was captured by the bounty hunter, and she's like metal bending. I'm like, no, she doesn't say that yet. That happens in the 3rd season, and then she says later, I invented metal bending. Oh God, no! So that was strike 2 for me. Also, part of that second strike for B, they didn't do the Fire Nation invasion of Bossing. Say that's a big character arc moment for the show, which leads into my third one, which is multi-parter. I'm guessing since it's more heavy drama, they did not do Tales from Bossing Sing. They didn't do that, did they?
Now that my mind has calmed down a little bit.
I'm just gonna say that they probably didn't do it because the reason why Tales and Bossing Sing worked so well, you had the invasion that was coming. You went through the Serpent Pass. We got to see Hope be born. It was like finally there's some relief. And when we got to Bossing Sing, it's like, oh no, they're coming. So after that big climactic battle, you got to relax for a little bit with all these little individual episodes, whether that be Toph and Katara go to a spa, whether that be Aang, find all the
they did do some Tales from Bossing Stay. Instead of adapting the episodes in a 1-for-1 shot, season 2 expands the episode's themes and sprinkles in various moments from throughout the season.
I'll give them a little bit benefit of the doubt until I watch it, but my biggest sin is how they handle the Avatar state. Oh God, when I saw that clip, I'm like, no, I can't defend this. It's supposed to be he goes into the Avatar state. Even everyone's taken back at it. It's like, oh my God, he's gonna do it. But then Azula lightning bends him in the back. It's sudden, it's quick. You don't even see it. It's like, and you're thinking, he's dead. They killed him off. It's like, oh my God. That shocked you as a kid. He's supposed to be the main hero. He's not supposed to die. It's like, and yet he somehow goes Avatar State Born live action and then goes, if you can do that, why could you kick Azula in the ass then and there? They missed the whole point. So I'm not even excited for season 3.
Alaska Jeff brings up a good point. He brings up a good point.
Mm-hmm.
If there were more than 8 episodes, then yes, it would have to work. And
that's the problem with streaming. They're so niche on getting these 8 episodes to maybe 10 episodes out the door. They're not allowing time to let things breathe a little bit better, to just find a wider audience. That's why a lot of shows get canceled so quickly. It's like, oh, it's only 8 episodes. Oh, it's only 10 episodes. I can marathon this. Instead of naturally allowing to build over time. There are a lot of shows that are guilty of this, but we could be here all day. So, final thoughts on this. I hope for the best, but I got to see one thing. I got to see a photo. I got to see something in the near future. Thinking about Netflix, it's not all doom and gloom. A new One Piece story is coming to Netflix based off One Piece novel heroines. Enjoy the story featuring Nami and Robin. One Piece heroines comes to Netflix worldwide on July 11th. So in 10 days, we get the beautiful ladies of those Straw Hat Crew. I've never even heard of this novel. I know it's been out there, but I'm like, sweet. And it's 2 of my favorite characters, Nami and Robin. So wonderful. This is some great One Piece news. This is a news I think Netflix can do or I think some companies can actually be a benefit a little bit in that regard. Yes, they gave us a lot of slop, but when it's something that's like One Piece, worldwide phenomenon, everybody knows One Piece. Doing One Piece novel with that's adapted from Nami and Robin. Thank you. I love what they did with the what was it the bounty one that showed how like the actual from was it Wutia when Wano, where we had that guy from years, decades, centuries in the past before what happened in Thrillbird Bark when Zoro fought that guy, even though he was supposed to be that legendary hero. So it was cool to see that story. I was like, sweet. I'm like, give me more of this. And now I get my answers to that. So wonderful. Love to see this. I hope I hope we I can't wait to see this in 10 days. This is why I say you did good, Netflix. You did good for this one. Calm down, YouTube. It's root beer. You're fine. It's root beer. Is there a bikini scene? Root beer. Calm down.
Ooh, that's
Good
that's
stuff, but
good.
it's way too
That's a
sugary.
good.
So be careful.
Is it the ICBM or is it the
No. It's great. It's
uh
it's Milwaukee beer. It's Milwaukee root beer. So it's great, but it just has a lot of sugar. It's like 102% sugar. So if you are a sugar guy, yeah, that's
you
great, but don't drink so much of it. So be careful. Your thoughts on this?
Oh, I actually haven't heard of this one, so I'm curious of how it's gonna go. I'm all for new things as new piece. I mean, of One Piece. I'm all for new things. And we're actually glad we're getting something new and different with the sole focus on Nami and Robin. I'm glad we're getting like different character um expansions and everything, which is nice to have. Because we could talk about the pirate crew and Luffy and everybody all day, every day, but let us focus on the other characters. That's what made One Piece so lovable. Yeah, it's long as fuck, but there are reasons for it, and everybody had their own arcs in their own way. Nami does. I mean, not Nami. Robin deserves that hug still because damn, what a sad childhood she had. Holy hell.
Damn, when
Give
you
her a
got to
hug.
that, when a lot of people got to that manga chapter, even I was like, all right, that's a lot of build up. He didn't show the body because he was frozen over, but when you get to that chapter that I saw, I was like, darn, I was like, darn you, Oda Sensei. And then I'm like, but all the other characters are crying. I'm like, okay, it's Frankie, Chopper, Usopp, Nami, and I think Brooke was also crying. I'm like, okay, you guys can do the tears, but then when you look at was it Jinbei, Zoro, and Luffy, they're the only ones that aren't crying, but with more of that confident smile. And I'm like, hey, that's how they would actually be doing it. So I'm like,
Mhm.
that was a good moment. But what's also a great moment? That's a wrap on One Piece season 3. Looks like they're all done filling the alabaster, and take a look at the crew. I'm telling you, man, every season these guys get better and better. Also, look at that. Look at that, Sir. Look at that detail in the background. Sir Crocodile. Sir Crocodile. Because remember, Crocodile is in Alabaster. He has the full-blown rebellion arc going on over there. So you would see that in Alabaster. What a great attention to detail. Yes. I'm excited. I think it comes out next year, this year, for season 3. So I'm excited for the live action cast. They've definitely improved themselves. Even Vivi's actress, she said she was reading the manga, so she's prepared for this part of her character arc. So I'm excited for her to fully become Vivi. She won me over the end, but now I want to see that push. Push it, girl. You're almost there. Your thoughts?
I'm actually happy we're and yes, everybody looks correct here. Everybody does look correct. I'm glad that we're actually improved on a lot of things, and I'm very excited. going forward. I'm glad Oda Sensei is still here with us, still being the final, be like
Yes, the stamp of
passable,
approval.
passable. No, it's like passable, passable. Okay, we could probably fit that in, but we'll work on that later. Absolutely not. You suck. Get out of here with that garbage. No, we're going straight to the source material. Leave.
Remember, folks, he did save Chopper. The cast and crew admitted that Oda Sensei saved Chopper because the original design for Chopper was almost too realistic, which was my fear to begin with. I'm like, they're just gonna do a realistic Chopper, and thankfully, when he saw, it's like, let me help you guys out with this, and I'm glad the Chopper design we see is exactly what he helped him out
How
with,
it's supposed to be.
and yes, it's still a little bit of that uncanniness, but that uncanniness helped out Chopper a lot because how do you make a reindeer transform into an actual reindeer on his hooves, or the giant Frankenstein monster, his Frankenstein mode he goes into, Rumble as he calls it, or his cute little plushy self. How do you make this? And I'm like, good, and it definitely was the best pre-time skip Chopper and time skip Chopper because I'm like, oh, this is so adorable. And it still begs the question, what is Chopper's anatomy with his antlers? How does he get that big head on him? How does he get that big head on him? I don't see the
I
hole.
actually, I don't think we ever seen him without the hat. I
We
don't think
do
we
him
had.
from time to time, but he rarely takes it off. Rarely does he take it off.
And it begs the question, like, how do you get it on there?
His doctor, his doctor friend gave it on to him, but even like in One Piece for the flashback, in live action, we do see it without it on. I'm like, it's so weird that it's just nothing but hair. I'm so used to the hat mode Chopper. So this is wonderful. This is great. Again, this is an example of how it should be done. Get the creators on it and make sure you listen to them because you could end up being the Cowboy Bebop adaptation where, oh yeah, they have Watanabe on it. Oh, they have the original creator on it as well to give them advice, but that team ignored it. This team's like, we can't screw this up now. Plus, they also had good people for showrunners who knew the material. So it's like, thank God you were here. So that's a good thing. You know what's also a good thing? We talked about this before, folks. It's still in parts, but we'll get more of the batches of episodes later in the future. So here it is, the first poster of the second stage for Steel Ball Run. So
Ooh, I like
again,
this.
I love this. I love the fact that despite Part 7 being the new continuity, you can still feel the vibes of Phantom Blood in here. And I was like, yes, because it's just Phantom Blood in a Western setting without the vampires. So, but God, I just love the designs. People said JoJo peaked here. People said it was either Part 5 or earlier, but this is definitely JoJo at the highest altitude right now before we get to JoJolion. And to be fair, I haven't read JoJolion yet, or Part 7. But JoJolion is definitely one that's long, but you might feel a little more mixed about it. So, but we'll get to that anime when we get to there. But thankfully, Stillbone Run will be back in the future. So we just have to wait patiently. So, would I love to have all the episodes out right now on a weekly basis? Absolutely. But let's not rush production. Let's not rush at the door. Let's have JoJo take its time so we get the full experience that we've been waiting for. So wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Wonderful to see. Oh, what was that? But that's not the one you want the most from Netflix, folks. I know you. Let's prepare to cry again. New crew, same chaos. Cyberpunk Edge Runners 2 coming this fall only on Netflix. I am going to cry again, aren't I, folks? There's your crew. Let's watch the trailer.
Oh boy. This
As
is
I carefully mute the volume. Oh, like this how he gets broken out. So I think it's a little bit back over here. Just how he brutally gets murdered.
See, this
Was
is why you don't hold back. This is why you don't hold back.
when you're on streaming,
Next time,
you get the freedom.
next time people say, "Oh, anime is for kids," show them this.
Or Berserk, Eclipse.
You're like you in the wrong. You're in the wrong house, honey. You're in the wrong house, honey cake.
Or Violent Jack.
Ooh, we're about to make
Or the
things
Violent Jack.
go bubbly up in here.
Jinro. What else am I thinking about? Oh yeah, Terramores. But also at the same time Arasaka is still around here. So I'm like, okay, so is Arasaka still around? Because for those you don't know, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, at least season 1, takes place in the year 2076. So in between the year 2075 and year 2076, because it's supposed to be a full year before your character V, either Mr. Vincent or Miss Valentine, show up to rejoin the society in Cyberpunk. Depending on which route you play. If you pick the Street Kid, he or she comes back after multiple years of edge runners. Ooh, I'm in a storm right now, so the Wi-Fi should hold up. It'll be fine. If you pick the Nomad, you'll see an Easter egg in here shortly. But if you pick Arasaka, you're working with Arasaka for God knows how long. So this is probably still before V. Hey, no problem, Jeff. Thank you for stopping by. Hit the like and subscribe for more, brother. So this is still probably before V or maybe during V, but I'm going to probably say before V. But what about that? Like I said, what do you mean by reference? What do you mean by teasers? Well, we got to look at the cast. So name Roman Cracks, birthday July 20th, blood type A. A young cinephile chasing real stories in a city that abandoned film from Braindance. That abandoned film from Braindance. Obsessed with documenting the truth, he shadows the lives of others. And given from what we saw in the trailer, I love this character. It shows you exactly who he is, describes who he is, what he wants to do. And notice how in the anime you see the Studio Trigger art style, but also old school, found footage, documentary style of filming. I love that aesthetics look, the change up and the filter. This is going to be an interesting protagonist, because who in the hell still uses film here in Night City in the year 2070s? Who does that? It's all Braindance, right. So he sticks out. That's a great design, and I love the design. I love the design. He's just a kid, or maybe young adult, but I love this. It screams street kid, but also he wants to know the truth. So, and God knows where this is at, but I love this. He's got a little bit of chrome on him because everybody's got chrome, but he's the only one that's still using footage. And here is your voice actress, Valerie Rodriguez. So congratulations on landing the role. Don't make us cry. And here's your female protagonist. I hope Jacob is here. Born Corporal built Maelstrom. That's another one of the companies. Italians, a fierce independent, embrace the hyper-violent chrome obsessed culture of Maelstrom game, voiced in English by Kimmy Lee. So, raising corporate towers, but hard in the Maelstrom grip. So, I love the fact that is an actual Maelstrom, because that's one of the gangs, and you can kind of tell they're more about chrome. So she's chromed up, like she is ready to go to war. Also, this is a great callback to the late styles of the 80s and 90s, and even 2000 design. I mean, look at that hair. Look at that hairstyle. You would never see this today, but you did see it all over the place back in the classics of anime. Thank you for this. Thank you. She's even got the ponytail. Look at that. Look at that long, long hair. Thank you. And again, she's a cyberpunk. She's Maelstrom, so yes, they would even expose themselves so that he would try to shoot there in the game. So wonderful. So, and again,
Woo! I love that shot.
it's amazing. Thank you. I love kick-ass women like this. So
You don't
yes,
see and Joker's right, you don't see this anymore.
well, at least like the style anymore.
I'm glad we have Studio Trigger still. I'm glad Studio Trigger is still
And some good
around.
character designer as well. So that's great. And so Kimmy Joy, congratulations, good luck. So, like I said, you know that guy who's playing V D is a Snake Nation Netrunner, Hunter the Killer who wiped out his own clan. And if you would pick the Nomad, here's your Easter egg. The Nomad you were with for V, male or female, made an alliance with the Snake Nation. That's why your V left if you pick the Nomad clan path. So think about that. So that's your Easter egg and reference, folk, on why your Nomad V left the clan. Again, I do like this design a lot, but it also tells you, like, this is what Nomads would wear, they think themselves from the Night City, gangs out there. But also he's got a big scar on his face. What is this? This is probably some fire damage or something that happened to him. So it sticks out that it's over almost his entire face on the left side, actually. So that is a detail that will probably come up later. And he's a hunter who killed his own clan. Well, the killer who wiped out his clan. So that's intentional right there. I love that smirk. I love that smirk. Like, oh, it's like I love that smirk. I love that smirk. It's great. He's going to be a great addition to this crew. So we have a hunter looking for the killer. We have a cameraman and born corporal, but is a Maelstrom gang leaders or gang member. This is a crew that I'm going to love. And obviously, this is probably going to be put later on how he found his clan to be wiped out. So very important. And again, so Hughes, Nazar Tar. So congratulations on landing this role. But then, I didn't stumble. Once known as the king, a veteran edge runner at the top of his game, weak now lives in the shadows from glory. And find that child. The reason why he looks so great in this, he's a veteran. He's been in it before, but then got out of the game. For one reason, no. And why did I say, and find that child? It's none other than. Yep, that was a big one. That was
Clancy Brown.
As in Mr. Krabs himself. As in the Baron himself. From Jack 2. Clancy, holy crap, you are going to get a ton of fans now.
Great. Ooka. It was that infernal cyberpunk commercial it was that infernal cyberpunk anime I was a part of. I didn't know Crash Bandicoot took away the gems and everything.
Giving
I can almost do the Cortex voice. I can almost do
I can hear Cortex going, giving up. Get ready to face my edge runner. Or get ready to face my crew. Clancy, one of the great voice actors out there in the history.
I have yet to meet.
How did you land this role? How did he land this role? That's what I gotta know.
He wasn't typecast. I'll tell you that much.
But notice how his name is called Weak Kingsley. If you go back to the description, it said that he was once known as King. Now he's known as Weak Kingsley. So intentional. But also at the same time, they just make him look like a badass.
This is what happens when you turn Sakamoto from Sakamoto days into a fucking cyborg. Or you could make the argument that it could be Vash the Stampede's dad in Cybernetic. You could make the argument there.
So I just love
But
the
that's just a
design.
that's just a fan theory I'm throwing out for people. Don't get your panties in a
I
twist.
love the designs. They stick out to you, and so this will be great. Prepare to cry again, folks. So coming later this fall, this year, and we'll continue to see more later on. I got some more film news. The first look of Aaron Taylor Johnson in Werewolf in the transformation state. So, and it's shot like this purposely. He did it on film again. So I just love how this film already looks, and kind of like how the transformation is going to be later. I think he's going to make a great werewolf, but at the same time, Willem Dafoe once again, folks, just nailing these roles out of the park, left and right as of lately. So, I mean, what more can I say about Mr. Dafoe that hasn't already been said? A great actor, great performer. Just keep giving him these weird yet strange roles, and he will find a way to bring his A game every time, and you will never be disappointed. Never be disappointed, in my opinion, because I have yet to be disappointed in a Willem Dafoe performance.
Oh yes, indeed. Oh, this looks good.
It looks good. It looks scary. The trailer is creepy as hell, but you don't have to fight time for the trailer for that. But I'm excited for later this year. So it looks like Quantic Dream might be might be losing a lot of staff members yet again, as developers are going on strike as management plans to lay off 155 employees, as per French media games articles out there. According to developers, Star Wars Eclipse is dying and cannot be complete under the current circumstances. Well, it's not that shocking and surprising when David Cage is known to change a lot of things. Management has terrible mismanagement. This game was announced many years ago, I think during the early PS5 life cycle, and how it's going to take a long time due to their game engine, which isn't quite adapted to what they want to do with a game that's required for the scale, and the fact that stuff keeps getting changed. And not to mention they're going on strike to avoid certain things are going to happen. I don't blame Quantic Dreams, but they're not going to be around much longer with the way the industry is going right now. Oh, hold on. Yep, Screaming Black. We good?
Oh, we're good.
That's the storm right now. So I lost it. I had the lights, but I didn't have this. Like that 1 second freak out. It's like, oh god, here we go.
Oh wait, you have storms over there?
Yep. It's been really hot and humid, so we need the rain. We're good. Nope, I got the Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi's all good.
Nope, keep going.
You don't want to end it. You don't want to end early.
Keep going. I can still talk.
Okay, we're good then. We're good.
My screen went black for a second. I'm like, hold on. But we got power.
Okay, good.
I'm still with the folks, so we're all good.
And again, people, I have to throw this up. I have to throw up. I have to throw that up because whenever that happens, because we already have a Marvel one, we have a Disney one, and we have a game industry one. That's how bad this has gotten to where I had to make all three of those. Because me and Joker sat here, what was it, 2 years ago, and predicted this shit. Well, not necessarily predict, but we were sitting there and watching this as it goes, and it's like, oh shit. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't because of the merger or anything. People are still blaming
it's because of what stuff like this.
Oh my god! Oh, these.
Here we go. So we're gonna get to the big gaming news, which you are all here for right now. We'll start off with the big one, Grand Theft Auto 6. Yes, it's sold out completely, but look at this. They promised us months ago, even like a year ago, there's going to be a physical version of this game. Now they're just pouring. There are no plans for GTA 6 to have a disc version in the foreseeable future. And look at what you're missing if you're not paying for $100. Take a look at the left screen as I'm going to try to blow this up as much as possible. Well, I'll just not zoom in. Standard digital edition. You get no graffiti cheetah. You get no Hawk and Little Morgan revolvers. No personalized weapon variants. Vice City style. Jason safe house vehicles. Gando retire building. Riot Out custom mode shop. Sam unisex Elson. A lot of these are shops from clothing, tattoos, automobile shops, Good Time Gear, PT Young Compound, and classic car collection. So you missed out on all that. Basic features that should be in the game. But don't worry, you get the pre-order bonus edition of 55 and Stanley's Sedan and Cargo, outfits and hairstyle, exclusive weapon patterns, and the digital's free month of GTA 5. But look at that Ultimate Edition. Look at everything that should be in the game is not in the game. So basically, you're missing literally all
90%. You're missing 90%.
If you're not paying 100. If you're not paying for everything, you're missing out. So
and you're driving around. You're driving around online. You're like, yeah, and then
your car's about to blow up. It's like, I need to get this thing repaired. There's the auto shop. Pay additional $20 to get in. That's what they're telling you. So if you're not paying $100, you're not getting anything. And there's no disc version. It's all digital, meaning that any foreseeable future, Rockstar can be like, say goodbye to GTA 6. We'll be working on GTA 7. Sorry.
Thanks for the $100, chumps. You see, this news, I remember
but
when
this ties
came out.
Into this.
Oh, this news.
He knows what I'm pulling up. He knows what I'm pulling up.
If you
look at this ratio. Oh, come on, really? Rockstar Games new. As in, here's what you don't know, folks. As we're gonna do this, that all you need to know is know the headlines. These stores are shutting down soon. But then this is the headline. Play the father clip.
Damn, let me find it.
You bad. Now you've made me very, very, very. Yeah, forget it.
That's why everybody's ratioing them. Physical disc production ending in January 2020. So only 2 more. So a year and a half of buying physical, folks, and then it's all digital. Do we need to tell you how shit this is? It's not just that. It's confirmed that the Xbox Next console might just be digital only. I mean, look at the Xbox Series S model. That is just a digital only model. PlayStation tried with that PSI Pro digital. But if you want a physical drive, pay a little extra money.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Or hey, it's not just PlayStation. It's Xbox as well. Because the next console for Xbox might be digital as well. So, folks, do we need to tell you how bad this is? We don't have to tell you.
No, we don't have to tell you because you know what?
Gamers will own nothing, and you will be happy.
And here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. If you really want to piss off the internet, the entire world, and keep in mind, this comes after the GTA 6 debacle.
Meaning
and this tells
they
me
knew.
they know. It tells us another thing. They don't learn anything. The backlash was massive for GTA 6, and then guess what? PlayStation looks at it and goes, "Oh, damn, that's a fucking forest fire. Here's more gas cans. Let's add to that." Yeah, PlayStation. This is why I went PC. Because I I was done. I was done because I could not do it anymore, and it was either pick this or pick that, pick your lane, anime night. What are we doing? So I went full PC because I could not do it anymore. And that's why I went here. And because of everything else, and it saved everything. Do I regret not moving from PS4? Yeah, a bit, but you know what? It's okay. I can rebuild here. But but point is, we love physical media because we could talk about amazing things and have it right there. I still have the Voltron box set. I still have the Outlaw Star box set and the Dot Hack Complete series. You name it. I can sit there and just watch it, no problem. But the issue is, and also Joka, pull up the other news of PlayStation removing thousands upon thousands of movies and everything. Purchased movies, by the way. And it further ties into this because PlayStation just looks at us and says, "Sorry, peasants, you're not in the cool club anymore."
Hold on. So it should be right. Oh, here we go. This is a little bit better. This is horrible. PlayStation just deleted 500 plus in digital movie content and shows, and you trust them to do this. So basically, what they're saying right now, because it's very difficult to well, if I go to latest,
It's so buried under there. It's buried.
It's buried right now. But when you think about them doing this, and then it's them backpedaling heavily on the removing of 500 plus movies, shows, you name it, doesn't matter the quality of them. It's now gone. So unless you still have it, it's gone forever now. So did you just spend money on PlayStation just to watch I missed a few episodes of Game of Thrones, and this is how I bought it, or I have this cool movie on here that is on it's now gone. So sorry. The digital future is scary, my friend, and no one wants this. Nobody does. It's very terrible what how things are happening as of late, because you just say, well, where do we go from here? Like where do we go? The answer is buy your physical copies now. Do not wait. If you got to take a little bit of credit off of it, go for it. If you see some garage sales, go find some. Or just, it's terrible. It's terrible. In my opinion, I hate this. The hobby's expensive already is. You know how we said PlayStation knew? Everyone knew that they're and now it's not. Remember, GTA's not $70; it's $80. So goodbye, $70 games. Hello, $80. $80 for one. Repeat that again. One video game.
Remember, Crash Bandicoot, the Instinct Trilogy, and Spyro were, and of course, Crash Bandicoot 4 and Nitro Fueled. All of them were under 60. That's the crazy part.
Take 60. And I agree with this user. Every single game releasing on PlayStation until Sony reversed the stupid decision. And I said, screw it, let's go. I'm in. So that means I will be buying PS4 games, trying to find some good, nice PS4 games I don't have for the cheap, and not buy any more PS5s outside of maybe one I just might get. Here's the thing. Money talks. And if this fails completely, they might reverse it. I mean, when PS5 launched, they were going to shut down these stores either way, but we delayed it long enough, but now they're saying, no, it's time. Delete them.
You know what's so sad, Joke? You want to know what's so sad? Insomniac Games came out and said, yes, the Wolverine game's going to have a physical release with the disc. As much as we don't... Now, here's the thing, guys.
Now, as much as we do appreciate good boycott, that is still part damage control, but also it is just poor timing. It's just poor timing.
And what's even worse is with all the GTA 6 stuff and everything and all that, it makes the Wolverine game, and I cannot believe I am fucking saying this. It makes
a little better.
A little better. Despite everything going on. Despite everything going on with that game. I literally had to like chug the biggest glass of an L just for that alone. And that was not easy. I'm sad to say because I was gonna skip Wolverine and go do something else because there's a few games that are coming out that I'm actually more hyped about. But with this debacle and everything, I look at the Wolverine game and I'm like, why do you look suddenly better now? Ladies and gentlemen, this is why you let corporal suits take control of everything. I'm sorry, you don't let corporal suits take control. Which is why we need fans back in the room. Which is why Steam is probably one of the few places left in the world to go to actually play games and emulation and all of that. But keep supporting, guys. Keep supporting. Because this is not good.
It's terrible. I hate it. So, holy crap, we just need some better stuff. And speaking about buying physical, coming to 4K UHD Steelbook via Time Warner Brothers, tentatively on 8/25, Practical Magic. I've always heard stories about this one that's both good, it's a little frustrating, it mixes and matches genres pretty well, but then not well, but it's one you kind of have to watch to experience it. So here it is for your physical media collectors, 4K UHD Steelbook Practical Magic coming on 8/25 of this year. So wonderful. Also, speaking about how hard it is to make a vampire stuff, here's Mahershala Ali in a brand new movie with a lot of big names. So we can't get a Blade movie, but we can get this instead. I'll take it. Screw you, Marvel.
How?
Was that a knife? Was that a knife? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Daddy's got a knife.
You mean to tell me we're doing? Oh,
damn. Let's watch that again. Boom.
See, this right here proves that Mahershala Ali could do Blade. This proves it.
But we couldn't do it. Oh well, it took multiple. It's an art. It's Blade, sword and gun, vampires with blood. You know, in the 2000s we had like 3 Blade movies. I'm just saying. This is how you do it. I don't know the story, I don't know the premise, but sign me up. This looks good. The poor bastard. Oh, I'm sorry, but that's a Blade shot. This is the Blade shot. This is the Blade shot. Just play to Marvel. This is him saying, "Fuck you, Marvel."
Just put him in the Blade outfit, and there you go. How difficult is
That's all I needed,
Marvel? How difficult was this, Marvel?
None.
There's a different director and a different movie with a different premise with vampires.
And this was one of the Blade directors. I believe this was one of the Blade directors as well. So, screw you. So I know something happened. It's supposed to be tragic, but damn, I'm excited. Your mother. It follows a devoutly religious hitman who struggles to balance out work, faith, and fatherhood. So, love it. I'm excited to see this now. New take, fresh. Let's go. Again, we couldn't do this with Blade, and yet somehow these guys did. All right, here's the
Oh,
first poster for the. Go ahead. I'll let you finish first.
just put him in the Blade costume, and there you go. It's as simple as that. How is it we could get that? How is it we could get that going? But Marvel's like dragging its
Well, it
feet.
took multiple different direct writers at one point. Apparently, one of them said that we have no material. You had the comic. You had the Wesley Snipes movies. And apparently, one of them had Lilith and the other Daywalker, so his daughter. So you're just going to replace the OG Daywalker with his daughter. I mean, it was the time period at that time period where we were just replacing all the males with all the females. Guys, you need to have a balance. You just can't just do that and say that it's girl time. No. There are guy films that suck. Like, I know Supergirl is struggling right now at the box office, but I have faith in for a while that movie will find its audience, and it is. I mean, look at He-Man. That movie is still struggling with its film, financially speaking, but the audience is coming slowly but surely, which I was very much happy for, and it probably will be a splash hit on streaming. That's the point, folks. If we're looking for good stories, did I think Supergirl was a good story? Mostly, pacing and editing issue wise for me. But I liked it for the most part. Like 80% of it I got through fine. 10% of it I was like, okay, a little rush, but I'm fine with that. And the last 10 was like, okay, film's dying down right now, but I like what I saw for the most part. We got to balance out each other. I mean, why do you guys think people like Claymore a whole lot? Sure, you may not see a ton of cosplays, but when people say what's some of the best manga out there, I go like Claymore, Berserk, Vinland Saga, Astro Bot. I recommend people reading Claymore. I love it to death. It's amazing. But anyway, here's your first poster. Moving on from all that, of the final part for Bleach, of the Thousand Bloody Year War arc. So the end is here, folks. And yes, now he's fighting the Quincy King after 900 years. So here it is. So coming to Hulu still. I know, I'm so shocked. Disney and Hulu picked up the best anime out there, and it's pretty sweet. So wonderful. Bleach fans who are still with us, it took you many years to see that this arc finally be adapted. From your childhood all the way up to now, it's here. For those Bleach fans who did sadly pass away before you, I hope you're smiling up there for the rest of us, because here it is. The final arc, the final part is here. I'm excited for Bleach fans. Your thoughts on this?
This looks amazing. I love how it all looks. This is like a good setup. It's not spoiling anything, thankfully. Thank you, whoever made this poster. Thank you. It gets you to go watch it. Like, whoa, who's that? What happened here? Why is Ichigo like this? Where is everybody? Go watch it.
Absolutely. So, um, getting excited. So, very much appreciate all the hard work, and for those who are still with us, excellent. They didn't give up on the project, and here we go. So, I'm very much excited to see where everything goes from this point forward. More are coming to Netflix. A disruptful boy and a deviant and devout girl cross paths in an altered 20th century Kyoto, uncovering the secrets of the 20th century electrical catalog. Can they confront their past and build the future they believe in? Spark Tomorrow premieres globally in 4 days, only on Netflix. You can just say I always wanted to go to Kyoto and kind of go down this path with all the shrines and everything. Because
That's
God, that
one of
is
my
accurate.
oh that if I ever do have a chance to go to Japan, this is one place I want to visit.
I definitely have to learn Japanese first before I go to Japan, because it's best to learn Japanese to make it more easier as you're going through it. So,
I could probably learn the basics. If I just learn the basics, I should be fine. This is great. I love how this looks. This looks
Go ahead.
This looks really good.
I love how this looks, and it's more alternate 20th century, so I'll see how things look for going further. But there's also just like another one, like to see how things are looking. So I just love how it looks. So it looks nice. I love how everything's presented, and I love the style of this for the most part. So I'm like, good. Want to see how things.
What? Oh my! Look at that detail. That is gorgeous. Me and Joker are always a fan of the close-up shots. We're always a fan of the close-ups.
When it goes nice and close up, that's what they got to really put in some nice effort into it. I know there was like that clip where, was it a Jujutsu Kaisen where they did that really nice close up of the eyes, and people are like, "Yeah, that looks really great," but that's also a very good close-up. So, but there is something about close-ups when they're done right, in my opinion, that there's like a soul in there. I think I was very guilty of watching a lot of the great Sergio Leone films, and there's something about his cinematography when he's directing that he gets really close to those eyes in the duels for his westerns or in his later films that he's really good at. So that's why I like close up, because it gets you that soul, like you're with the characters. So I just love it.
What's this anime again?
This anime is called Sparks of Tomorrow. So coming in 4 days on Netflix. So I'm very excited. I don't know who's animating it, but I love what I see so far. Very much wonderful. And you know what's also, for at least for me, because I play the games, looks like the Gears of War movie is still in production. And according to David Lynch, the Gears of War movie will follow the origin story of Delta Squad as we begin to wage war for survival against the Locust. Coming soon to Netflix. So it looks like things are still coming. It's not dead yet. Now, what do they mean by origin stories of Delta? People are going to say, but I thought that was like with Marcus Phoenix and everybody. Well, this is before Phoenix. So, again, this is when the Locusts are coming down. Yes, E-Day is still happening for the video game. So, that is Delta Squad you play in the games, but that's with Marcus Phoenix's squad. So, this will be the same Delta Squad under a different leader with different players. So, I think that's a great starting point to be with before Marcus goes to jail at the start of the first game, and you have to get out of jail to rejoin the Gears. So this will be fine. So again, I would love to see something from David Lynch. He's a great action director. He's a great stuntman. He was uncredited for the directing the first John Wick film. Chad Stahelski did get the directing credit, even though David Lynch was the co-director. He also did stuff like stunt work for Ninja Assassins, Team NT Out of the Shadows, several other more films out there. He also directed, Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw, Bullet Train. He's also doing the new film How to Rob Banks, and his more recent film was probably one of my favorite movies, Stuntman. That was a great film with Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt in it. Very good movie, highly underrated. Go watch it. So, and I think he's a good fit.
How to Rob Banks. I'm sorry, but that title's funny.
I know it's like, but it has that good style of it. To like the title, like How to Rob Banks. It's a funny title, but I'm like, I saw the trailer when I saw what was the film? God damn it. Yeah, Supergirl. And I was like, okay, I want to see this movie. Something new, something different. So I'm good for it. And so yeah, I'm a little bit excited to see this. All right. Speaking about Warner Bros. Animation, speaking about movies, I'm not lying to you folks. A Thundercats movie is in the works. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Now, please don't kidify it, please. either keep in the veins of the original, or in my opinion, go off the highly criminally underrated, canceled too soon, the 2012 adaptation of Thundercats, done by Studio 4C, or 40C, how you pronounce it. Because thank God this is coming back. Not that stupid Thundercats Go. No. God, I do not like Thundercats Go. But holy crap, Thundercats will be back.
Make it the classic one. Make it like this. And for the love of God, do not bitchify Cheetah at all. Nah, I will. Evil Lynn look nice and everything and all of that. No, keep Cheetah.
But it's animation, so please keep the soul alive, keep the spirit alive, please, and hire some good writers. I have yet to see all of Thundercats, but I did see part of the, like I said, that I think it was the early 2010s, like the 2012 adaptation that was on Toonami, Adult Swim. And I was liking what I was watching. I was like, yeah, this is a good show. Like, I was like, fuck yeah. This is great. So, so I love to see this come back, win a lot of new fans over, and hopefully they can resell the classic DVDs again. So, hopefully. So I can get, like, my copy of it. And speaking about stuff that's coming back, report from IGN, we got exclusive reveal that Boom Studios has acquired the publishing rights for Invader Zim, has plans to bring classic stories, long sought after collections, and brand new original content to readers beginning later this year. I love Invader Zim. It is a great show. Getting the publishing rights is great. Re-releasing the old stuff and getting new tales, wonderful. I would love to also get the show to come back again, because Enter the Floorburst was hilarious. That was a great continuation. Zim had an amazing plan that worked so well until it's like, okay, where's it going to end? Also, did you know the actor ad-libbed the line, it's this line of, "You're ugly when you lie, Dip. I'm not lying." Then he added this line, "Then why are you ugly?" into the movie, so it stayed in the movie. So Jonathan didn't write that last part in, but he ad-libbed it in. "Then why are you ugly?" Also, for once, can I finally say we saw the head finally get big?
Yes.
For those who don't know, the running gag for Invader Zim for Dib is that he always keeps saying that people are like, "Your head's big," and he's like, "My head's not that big." Funny enough, the animators are making his head a little bigger every 1 centimeter big per episode. So probably after the show being canceled and everything, it's like, it's been how many years? How big is his head now? So the joke finally paid off. Sad fact, but also interesting fact at the same time, how they knew the show was canceled is that they went to recording booth, they recorded the episodes, but then they said, "Oh, don't come back on this day," because that's when they record. They're like, "Don't come back in." They're like, "Why? Why?" That's when they found out on that day the show was canceled. And that was way, way back in the day. So go look it up. It's a sad fact, but it's like, that's interesting to know. It's like, yeah, don't come on the stage of the studio that you normally do recording episodes for the show. Why? Why not? We've been canceled.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was an actor, I would be shocked as well, going like,
no.
And be like, wow. So here it is, the IMAX 70 millimeter print of the Odyssey. God, you just have to appreciate the film process that Nolan has kept alive with several of the directors out there. Like, even Zach was still using film for like 300, I believe, even a little bit of Watchmen as well. Yeah. Watchmen was still in film for Zach. So 300 and Watchmen before he went digital. But damn, I got it. You just love to see this, the actual film reel. Be like, damn, that's still impressive. All the processing, editing, colorist you have to do for stuff like this to get it into the actual film reel. That's amazing, man. That's amazing. The art's not dead. People are still out there, so I'm glad for Nolan is keeping this alive with a few other people. So wonderful. So I'm trying to figure out how am I going to do this next one. I think I can do it this way. So I'm going to have to censor this one a little bit. Sorry, folks, just for the sake of the YouTube copyright. Oh, shit, hold on. Just for a little bit of the YouTube copyright right there, but I really can't do it that well. So, yeah, you're seeing it right there. Here's star deed names. But now it's all the star designated to remove the star name registry. Yeah. So the Jackass guys, they got a star. As the male genitalia. I can't make this up. I
He's
thought it
not
was a joke.
joking.
It's real. So, Mr. YouTube, calm down. I was very quick to figure out exactly what I did wrong. So the casts are now immortalized in star form. So every time you look up the scar, just know that they finally did it. Those crazy bastards. They did it. And I don't even have the movie yet in my theater, so
It's here in my theater.
okay. You gotta tell me how it is. I don't have it in my theater yet, so maybe we'll get it later if one of the other movies doesn't do well. So, but I found that to be funny. But Jackass, think about this. It's the end of the Jackass. No more Jackass films. They're all old. We sadly lost one of the crew members, so man, no more Jackass films. They had a great run, in my opinion. They had a great run. Your thoughts?
I think it's a bittersweet thing. Did they get Ryan Dunn in there? Did they get Ryan Dunn? I hope to God they did, because Ryan, he deserves to be up there. Yes, it is, and yes, it's a penis, and it's a ha funny. But let's be serious for a minute here. If Ryan's name is not up there, then they really missed the mark on this one. But
We'll see. In the future. So yes, I'm not. The horror legend himself, Robert Englund, is in a new clip as because he's the evil version of Jiminy Cricket. So and here's Jiminy. There he is.
oh my lord.
Can I just appreciate how great his voice is?
Mm-hmm.
God, that is a great voice. That is a great voice. I know he can't do Freddy no more, but the man still got it. Also, I can also appreciate the filmmaking here. Why? Because this is an actual puppetry. This is an actual animatronic, I should say, that they built for Pinocchio, and it's actually moving. So I was like, damn, impressive. Even the creepiness of the close-up, the CGI, or maybe some puppets they have to help out minifigures for the artist. God, this is so creepy. Yes, it's twisted. It's that style. If you don't like it, I don't blame you, but I can't help but admire the craftsmanship that went into this version of Jiminy. God, he's so creepy.
Yeah.
And there is a little bit of a reference for Nightmare on Elm Street. You can watch it right there.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good reference.
That's a good it's like they couldn't help themselves. We got to do it. We got Freddy Krueger. You have to do it. So we'll play it again for you folks, but here it is. I love this reference. Oh my God. I love it. So if you are into the twisted childhood verse, I don't whatever they call it. Here it is, Pinocchio on String in theaters, July 24th. But first, let's give it a round of applause to these hardworking individuals because, in my opinion, out of all the slop that is still coming out with these public domain horror, which I'm so tired of, somehow, some way, the Blood and Hunting crew survived it. Why is that? One, they're actually putting more effort into it. Two, they're the only ones to have kind of stuck the landing for the most part. And three, like I said, it's the part of one. It's the craftsmanship. They get better and better with each film. I mean, take a look at Pinocchio now and compare to what Pooh and Piglet looked like in Blood and Honey 1. It's just people wearing masks. That's it. You couldn't be creative. You get to the second Blood and Honey movie. It's like they build actual costumes. Like they built the actual costumes now. Bravo. And then you look at Pinocchio and Jiminy. Well done, people. Well done. That's why I can appreciate it. The twisted childhood verse so well. So I like it for that reason, and why I say I don't have to like everything, but if I find enough that I do appreciate, I will give you my just dues. And speaking about just dues, I don't know how I feel about this one quite yet, but we will see how it goes. The new story for the new Spider-Man horror comic series has been revealed. A young man transformed into a hideous spider hybrid by the ruthless Oscorp Corporation in the pursuit for eternal life. When Oscorp begins to use secrets unlocked by his mutations to create more human-animal hybrids, he must embrace his grotesque new form to fight back, known as Midnight Spider-Man. So, So your thoughts? You're the comic guy. Your thoughts?
Let's see. This reminds me of Earth versus the Spider. This reminds me of that. But I'm glad they're doing something different with Spider-Man because we're so used to like Peter Parker, Spider-Man gets bitten by radioactive spider, becomes Spider-Man. But I'm glad we're doing like a horror aspect of it because we got close with the Man Spider. We got close with Man Spider. We got close with that. We got close with that. And then what is currently happening to Tom Holland's Spider-Man? That's the coming one, brand new day. That's the
A little bit, but you also got to see Man Spider in the Spider-Man Noir actually, so it was actually really cool for that scene. I was like, oh my god! Hold on, let me see if I can. I can get a moment. See if I can
but
pull it up.
I do like the fact that we're and of course Oscorp is there. Gotta have Big Daddy Osborne there because you know what? He's just as ruthless as oh fuck. He's just ruthless as Kingpin. Ruthless as Kingpin. And then a few other places. And people say Connors is a bad man. Where, I ask you? Where is he a bad man? Where? At least he's trying something different. But this one though, I'm actually curious to see how this is gonna go. Again, I don't mind things becoming new. I don't mind a new take on it. But we shall see how this goes.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Well, I just because Man Spider was in Spider-Man Noir. It was a great sequence, but you'll find it later. But speaking about spiders, so I got a story to tell. So please pull me up into the. So please blow me up, please, because I gotta, because I got something to show and tell. You're gonna want to do this, please. So, ladies and gentlemen, and others of the world, where I live currently, the state I live in, it is the 50th anniversary of a little film that we made in my beautiful state of Wisconsin called Giant Spiders Invasion, directed by this guy over here known as Bill Ribben. He's made such classic B films as Monsters Go Go, Giant Spider Invasion, along with a few others. It is also the 50th anniversary. Speaking about that, it's 50th anniversary of Giant Spider Invasion. Now, from the poster alone, you're thinking, oh God, Joker, how great is this movie? It's got, well, to be fair, it isn't all that great.
Oh,
But,
ow.
however, I didn't say it was bad. I'm saying that it's so bad, it's funny. It's so bad, it's cheesy bad. As in, it's that perfect balance of you just love it. The dialogue is cheesy and corny. It doesn't make sense. The story is absolute nonsense. The story is classic 70 styles of writing. And the giant spider invasions, oh, the spiders are real. Yeah, they use real spiders for this. Real tarantulas, probably some smaller wolf spiders or hairy ones. I can't know the names of them too exactly. So, yeah, they're there crawling around the sets, carefully getting onto the cast legs. So, with probably the handler there, I mean, the post looks sick. You got to admit that this poster looks sick. Where you go like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be." I wish the film was like this,
Right.
but
We
it's
got
not
that.
that.
But we did get it with, but we almost got it with Eight-Legged Freaks as well.
Here's the
That
thing,
movie.
though: Giant Spider Invasion was also inspired the film Kingdom Spider as well.
Oh
So
wow.
why is this movie so good? Why is this movie so bad, so cheesy, yet so good? Well, folks, it's earned a legacy. Also, did you know there's a comic book panel? Did you know there's a comic book? Like again, we did some crazy stuff with our movies. Look at that. Look at that. It's like, whoa, that's this movie.
Wow.
But I wish the movie was like this too. Be like, damn. So it's got a little bit tarantula vibes, got a little bit of a few other things. But why is it so bad? It's so good. I just described it to you, my friends. It's that pure 70 vibes that I like so much. And for the 50th Invasion anniversary, at the theater I go to, we got to meet the director actually. 89 years old. Looks pretty good for his age, actually. We had a great time. We had a blast. Like I said, it's so bad. It's cheesy bad. It's that cheesy bad goodness that if you love to find films like this, my friends, go find it on eBay, Amazon. You'll love it. Also, here's a fun fact: it is the most pirated movie out there. So if there's a top 10, 100 list, this movie will be on that list for the most pirated movie out there. Think about that. Whoa. So it does have that legendary status. And in the recent years, he actually went back into the film to actually fix up the plot a little bit. Added a few new scenes that help tie the story together a little bit better to make it make sense a bit more. It's great. But Joker, if I'm saying all this, why am I telling everybody it's so good, it's bad? Well, would you like to see what this thing actually looks like? Arachnophones, please turn away. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, guys, this is the spider. Look how fake it looks.
Oh my god.
That's how
Wow.
fake it looks. And you should see the color. I mean, look at the color version. Look at it. That's how fake it is.
How do you screw this up?
But it's done for that on purpose.
Wow.
It's the purpose it looks fake.
See
Yeah,
that
like this is
poster
what the
right.
thing. Yeah, this is what it actually looked like on like, because it's them on a car actually. So You kind of see a little bit of it, of the car, or the BW a little bit. So it's done that on purpose for the big ones. So the real ones are there. They're the real smaller ones. So I'm trying to be careful not to trigger anyone's arachnophobia just a little bit. But again, just take a look at that. Like, this is them setting it up. So it is real. They built it for real, which is amazing, actually. So that's what it looks like. And the thing is, they actually didn't get the movie to be made, actually. Only because just a little bit of the studios wouldn't pick it up because it was supposed to be much smaller. And they said, once someone asked, and his response was, well, if you make it to 25 to 30 feet bigger, then yes, people will pick it up. So it's like, okay. And he had some really nice VFX people to help build the thing. So then, why am I saying all this? It's been 50 years. Imagine living this long to see your film still be shown around, thrown around, and be like, yeah, I made a good movie at the end of the day. It was also one of the reasons why, from my state of Wisconsin, that we even had a film office to begin with. So he's part of film history. So please, folks, let's give it a round of applause, please, for our good director, Bill Rebin. This man will go down in history as part of legends for the industry. And if you don't know the man names now you do. Now please go find his films. And these are the list of films you can go out there to find. And what's Blood Harvest? I got a slasher, please blow me up. It's called Blood of Please Blow Me Up, or better known as Nightmare. The only film that Tiny Tim starred in. You know, this is the guy that does the tiptoes through the tulips. Yep, that's this guy right here. I bought this movie because not only did we get the chance to see the movie, you could actually buy a Blu-ray version of Giant Spider Invasion, or the original DVDs, or posters, or one of his other movies. This is the one that I bought. And you know that tweet I told you? That I DM'd you saying that I found you a new subscriber. I saw this, and I told the guy I was buying it, I'm like, you know what, we're going to talk about this on my buddy's channel. I'm like, and I said, like, you know, he should have a card or something. He can mail it to me later through our good friend Eagle Rider, so I can start handing this out to people. Be like, go to my buddy's channel. We're called Knightcast. So please go watch Blood Harvest, or known as Nightmare. Find it, Tiny Tim. It's the only horror film he's in. I still need to watch this. But if you look closely up here, I got Bill to sign this for me. He's a nice, sweet guy. Other people also had other things for him to sign too, whether that be DVDs or poster. And there's another signature on here on the DVD from Bill as well. I think that's when I pre-bought it. So that's wonderful. So did I have fun in my movie? Absolutely. If you have arachnophobia, you're not going to like that movie. But if you're willing to watch a campy, cheesy B-horror movie that's bad but so good, in that bad, it's kind of funny way, you'll have a great time, my friend. I know I did. I know my audience did. So it was a good time. So that's my story. So Bill, thank you for showing the 50th anniversary of Giant Spider Invasion. I loved it. All right, that's my story. You can take me off. So what'd you think about my little story?
That was really good, Joker. That was really good. And only on Nightcast will you get stories like this, and maybe then some of Knights of the Anime Table. But here, though, ladies and gentlemen, we have more freedom to do so and get
And
every.
you have a
Go
chance too,
ahead.
because I love going to the theater. This is why the theater experience still needs to be preserved, because it could be another 50th anniversary later for any film out there, and be like, hey, it's the 50th anniversary, let's go watch it. Yeah, sure, we did the anniversary for both Star Wars movie, Revenge of the Sith, and Episode 1 for their respective anniversaries. And sure, I've seen those films dozen times on TV, but it's that theater experience that I never got a chance to do it as a kid. And like, hey, I finally saw Star Wars on the big screen. Almost all of them now. I just need at least Episode 2, Attack of Clones, and we're good to go out of all the films. So that's sweet. But seeing stuff like this, that's like, I never even heard of this movie. I honestly thought, cool, I got a new indie film. I got a indie film that was made 50 years ago. That's incredible. And you know what? He's Eight-Legged Freaks, Jorge. I guess.
Yeah.
Go to Jorge's comment.
I
You know what?
remember watching it when I like in my let's see, I was sitting I was somewhere when I was watching it, and surprisingly, it was a good movie. They actually made the trapdoor spider very terrifying, and I'm like, yeah. But go ahead, Joker.
Eight-Legged Freaks. You know, even now that I look back at that movie, I can actually see the inspiration a little bit from a giant spider invasion. Actually, you know, from what they had things that were out there. So that's pretty sweet and that's pretty badass actually. So it just goes to show you that no matter how old, no matter how big or small it is, you will still see people take like inspiration out. They'll be like, yeah, we've found the inspiration somewhere, and I think that's pretty cool out there. And I really should have asked him. I think my question would have been, how many other directors have said that? Yeah, I was inspired by this film, even if they've never said it, and you're watching it, and you're like, oh, that's from my movie. So I think that would have been a great question to ask him. For me at least. Never got a chance to, but I think that was, and I still think that was a cool thing that I got a chance to see a film like that. I got to experience it. Okay, first look at another film, Illumination's new original rom-com, Not Alone, starring Timothy Chalamet and Selena Gomez. This will be an interesting pair. Follow a mechanic and astronaut who hid 3 aliens that came to Earth from safety in theaters next April. So, okay, a mechanic and an astronaut helping aliens to hide. Okay, and it's Illumination. I may not like sing it as a whole lot, but I can still say I'm glad they're trying something new, and it's a romantic comedy musical. So we'll see how this works. Actually, I like the setup actually of what they have so far, and I like the poster here. So not bad, Illumination. You got me in the ticket at least. You got me in the booth for now. Go ahead.
Ooh, this looks good. Man, Timothy is going places. He is going places.
So I like the poster, like kind of like the night sky with those nice blues, orange, like it's either sun, it's probably sunset, and the aliens look kind of neat. So I'm getting a little bit of what's that game out there? Can't remember the game right now. So I'm kind of getting some video game characters vibes a little bit. So I like the poster. It gives you an idea, and so far that's a synopsis, but simple can work still. And it's also Selena Gomez, so I'm like, okay, so Selena's getting back into films again after her show on Hulu. You know, all of that ghost show that's on Hulu. So okay, not bad actually. Let's see if she still got it. So out next year, we'll see. It's big about what's coming. Warner did a whole bunch of stuff, and I, I'm not joking. Play the Family Guy clip, directed by Vizzy Pop, Vini Mardino, Vizzy Pop herself. Here's your first look at her new animation film. Go ahead with the clip.
Which one?
The Family Guy pre-store.
Ah.
Ghost van.
I will give her the benefit of the doubt. Yes, we heard stuff, what's happened behind the scenes of both big that was a big one, on both Has Been and Hell of a Boss. From a directing standpoint, I think she has the skills. Writing standpoint, she needs to get a little bit better. But here's the thing. This is that next step up. And I would like to say, you got a big chance right now to show us what you got outside of the adult content for a little bit. I know this is going to be like made for teenagers, young adults. Is it going to be for strictly adults, or will this be more of she wants to try something more gentler? But on the other hand, I could tell this is Vizzy Pop because of her distinct art style and distinct character look she has. Because this looks like a character that could be out of either Has Been or Hell of a Boss, actually. So I think that's what she's very good at, is character design. So I do like the design a whole lot, actually. So it sticks out to me. And I got that little bit, that Vizzy Pop vibe of human inanimates with some tail that she likes. She has a thing for tails lately. So with the imps for Helaba. So, and I kind of like it. She's got like what's a staff that's on fire? Okay, prehistoric. So we don't know much about it for right now, but it's a new theatrical animated film. So that's a big step up. Let's see what she has. Your thoughts?
This looks good. I'm curious to see how this is gonna go. I mean, a dinosaur in a witch costume, that is very out there, but I love it.
We'll see who's. I don't know if she's going to be writing this or will be somebody else be writing, helping her out. So we'll have to wait and see. And I say for Vizzy Pop, congratulations. So good luck. Hopefully, you can prove us all wrong in the future. Speaking about still trying to prove us wrong a little bit, I haven't seen his first film that he directed for Jesse Eisenberg, but it looks like he's got a new film called The Debut, starring how did he get these people? Julian Moore, Paul Giamatti, Halle Berry, and Havana Rose Liu. Follow the shy woman who's cast in a local production of original musical. There's a method to the madness. So, and it's by A24, which is I'm a little skeptical right now, but looks like Jesse Eisenberg is not quite done directing. So, good luck.
Mm-hmm.
But I also find it interesting that Jesse decided to go into a directing route. He was kind of like the last person I expected to go into directing, but when I saw the trailer for his first movie that he directed, I was like, Jesse's been paying attention, actually. Paying to all of his directors and cinematographers. He's worked through all the years. I'm like, staging looks good, directing looked good, and he's directing his cast very well. So congratulations, Jesse, for making a debut with that first film, and now he's continuing. Instead of going more drama, he now wants to make a musical. All right, go for it.
Ooh.
And kind of like I said, like he's not like the first person to kind of surprise you with stuff. Like even the Australian team of YouTube, Raka Raka, they really surprised us with Talk to Me, because I'm like, oh yeah, those are those guys who did all the character fighting stuff. I was expecting a comedy from them. No, they went horror for the first two films. It's like, oh, well, not bad actually. Not bad indeed. So I guess he's a Japanese singer, or like a more of an Asian singer out there. So singer Evan says his solo debut is inspired by the manga Nana. I drew inspiration from the manga Nana. It started from the thought of what would it look like if we brought Nana to life, and I'm currently creating it by adding variations here and there to bring it out. Now I wish I knew more about this guy. I wish I did. But you can kind of tell just a little bit by that style he has, because I'm really afraid of the copyright for this thing. But if I slow it down drastically enough to, God, we're good. I caught it. A little bit of the style that he has right
Nice.
here to look at Nana. I'm like, I can see it actually. I can see it actually. Like maybe it's the clothing or the style of the music, but I can see it kind of go from a little bit down right over here, like what he's wearing just a little bit, to kind of go up to like over here with these guys. I'm like, I can see it. Now, what about
Mhm.
this actual music? I don't know for sure yet because I don't know the guy. I wish I had actually had more information, but it's not. But I'm glad to see for this is why I'm reporting it. Nana still lives on in an artist out there. So thank you, good sir. Thank you for keeping
Yes.
Nana alive. Your thoughts?
This is a good love letter to the Nana series. I'm I'm very this looks amazing, and it keeps it alive.
Even with like small things like keeping it alive, like that. Would that be someone playing? Oh yeah, I should mention that one of his like this guy's film. I should mention like one of these films. It was either this. It's either like hold on, either this one or a different one that you can actually see in the video game High on Life. I don't know if it was this one or another one that he did, but one of his movies, if you play the video game High on Life, on the prologue section, you can see one of his films play in the background.
Yeah, and there's the other one. I played Hide on Life. I actually streamed the whole game. I did see some of the movies that were there, including one of Paul Walker's earliest movies before Fast and Furious.
Oh wow! So that's great. Like even for me right now, the project I'm working on right now, I can say for right now, I am hoping to put Linkin Park somewhere I belong for one of the ending songs. So I'm keeping Linkin Park alive for a little bit.
Yeah, the movie is called Tammy and the T-Rex, starring Paul Walker.
What the hell is that? I gotta look that up.
I am not joking. That is literally the name of the movie. I am not joking. And also, for those who for those oh darn it. For those who know Starship Troopers, uh Denise Richards, she's in this one.
Wow.
This and keep in mind, this is 3 years before that movie Denise Richards was in. This was 3 years before that movie. And then in Fast and Furious in 2001. So 1994, 2001. This is
Wow.
before those 2 big movies.
Wow. That's incredible. I have to watch that right now. So when I get a chance. So remember that Japanese artist we were talking about that could barely for a coffee? Well, now
Uh-huh.
his manga gets a debut, an official English release. So, so dreams do finally got true. From IGN, a historic moment in the history of manga. Struggling Japanese artist debut manga gets official English release after it can barely afford cheap coffee post goes viral. This is something we achieve together. Japanese manga artist Shinte, that's a big one right there, Akiyami has confirmed that his debut manga, Horizon, which has already built up a cult following among overseas fans, will officially get an English release next year in January. This is my first manga. In Japan, it is still relatively unknown, and there are times where I didn't know we would be able to continue. There were moments where I felt completely frustrated, and I probably was unsure what to do on what to do next. Then I started hearing voices from readers overseas. I believe this marked a historic moment in the history of manga. This is something we achieved together. It was made possible by Kodama, who had the vision to believe in this work, and by every reader who believed in it. They continue to make their voices heard. To all of you, I send my deepest respect and love. An unknown rookie manga artist from Japan.
Hmm.
Let's get
Hey, say it out loud. What's up,
I need the
buddy?
big applause of sound effects right now. So holy crap. Woo!
Hang on 1 second. Let me. All right.
A historic moment indeed, our friends. Wow, I just remember just reporting this point like, holy crap, this guy could barely afford coffee, and yet he was getting support from overseers to help, like wanting to read this. And now Kodama said, "We'll take the risk. We'll take the gamble." That's wonderful. Never give up on your dreams, people. It's never too late or too soon to do something small, big, medium, you name it. You can do it. This guy can make it. So can you.
Exactly.
The Killer Craig and I were still working on that again, that series that we talked about for Kingdom Hearts. And if once we get there, that first episode, because I told you it's Aqua versus Terranord. I'm still nervous as hell, but it's slowly getting there. But once we get enough stuff to show off, at least we'll be like, I think that's this time we'll introduce everybody, and I'll be like, well, here I am after I think 7 years, but that's 7 years in pre-production before the actual production finally begins. So we'll get there when we get there. So if this guy can make it, he gives me hope. Hey, George, good to see you. So congratulations to Shinta. Good luck, good sir. You deserve it. And I can't wait to read this next year. So I still don't know how I feel about this. Because, okay, it follows Jason and Dick as dual street rats hate the idea, who named themselves the Dynamic Duo. The duo will split up as Dick ends up joining Batman while Jason joins the Red Hood gang. And it's still in this weird puppet animated film style. We still need to see it, but I don't like this plot. Why couldn't this be new characters to the Batman family, or just new characters in general for DC that are inspired by Red Hood, Red Hood, Nightwing, Batman, you name it. Why does it gotta be Nightwing and Red Hood? Like why?
Wow.
I hate this plot synopsis so much. So instead of
This is crap.
go ahead. I'm gonna recover my voice for a bit.
Yeah, go ahead and recover, buddy. Look, I get what we're doing here, but really, this is the best we could come up with. Throw us a friggin' bone, people. Jason and Dick of Street Rats who named themselves. Yeah, way to copy Batman and Robin, the dynamic duo. The duo split up as Dick ends up joining Batman, the real dynamic duo, clown, while Jason joins the Red Hood. What? The Red Hood gang. Huh? Okay. So here's the sad part, Joker. They spoil the ending. And it's a puppet animated film. Oh my god, where do we go? Deep. I have short circuited. Damn it. What is this? Uh Look, I have nothing against puppet animation. Look, I have nothing against it. It's a lot of fun and everything, but really, is this the best we can do? I rest my case. Go ahead, Joker. I know you wanted to rest your voice, but go ahead on this one because my brain is trying to piece this together. Oh my goodness, what the fuck? Uh, Lord help me. Lord help me.
And I do agree with you. This is like missing the point couldn't these be new characters or just something different? This feels like a failed attempt to make a superhero character, and they decided to give it to like DC, like, oh, this will fit Jason Todd and Dick Grayson. No, it doesn't. So you tell me they split after, oh, I got picked up by Batman and Jason joins the Red Hood gang. Wow, the lamer versions of the Sons of Batman. At least with Frank Miller, you understood why the Sons of Batman were formed. It's because the Bat retired and they picked up after him. Despite their methods, they believed in Batman in their own weird crusade. At least you understood that in The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and Part 2. You understand their motivations. Hell, that's why I thought the prison games in Batman v Superman were. Had they fixed that entire sequence, just say the name. Sons of Batman, I would have forgive you. We did cover that earlier, George, but I hate it. We are not ready for the digital future. It is not here. Because it's the saying, you will own nothing and you will be happy. No, I want to play any game that I buy right away. Yes, I own stuff digitally right now, but even
I'll
then,
be right back.
that one of these days it's going to go away. Look what happened to PT. We can't play PT anymore unless you still had it downloaded, or you're one of those lucky people that still had it at the time. When I tried downloading it many years ago, I didn't even hear that they took down PT. It's like, oh, it's gone. I mean, look at me. I had High Guard, and High Guard, well, failed. And when I'm like, yep, there it goes. It's delisted. So there was no point in keeping that around. So it got delisted. I try to keep that game alive because I actually liked High Guard, but sadly, it's gone. So we're not ready. We're not ready for that old digital future. I want more physical copies. It should always be physical because when you buy it physically, you own it forever. You can, and hell, I remember just loaning my Assassin's Creed games actually to a friend in high school because she wanted to play it and her brother wanted to play it. So I was like, here you go. Here are my copies of the games. And only like the back cover, was it? One of the covers got a little destroyed, but that was like years later. So yeah, we're not ready for that. So those are my thoughts and opinions of that. So wonderful. So I'm not too happy with all of that. We'll do a couple more quick ones here. So first ever collaboration project between two studio giants, Studio Sunrise and Shaft. First ever joint anime project between the studios will be actually was revealed a couple weeks ago. So although we did, but I did like the teaser a little bit. I did like the teaser, so I was like, "Ooh, what's this? Over here, something a little shadow dystopian, something out there." So I thought this looked kind of cool, but we do know what it is now. Actually, since we figured out what it was for some people, because they revealed this teaser trailer, to be Fool Fights, a new sci-fi anime rival from Studio Sunrise and Chef, meaning that this is the collaboration for those that don't know. Based on the acclaimed ecology horror manga by Yoshida Kusumangi, Fool Nights take place in the future world where humanity has pushed itself to the brink. The sun is obscured by permanent cloud cover, while Earth is locked in an endless winter, and most plant life has gone extinct. To combat an ever-increasing oxygen crisis, society has embraced new technology known as transfloration, which allows near-death humans to be transformed into oxygen-producing plant. Now that gets me excited. When Netflix can do good, when they can get these good collaborations going, when they can get good manga adaptation or buy the streaming license too, I will be there. This sounds very good, and I'm excited for it. Your thoughts on this amazing plot synopsis based on a great manga, on a acclaimed manga?
Um, full night at that full night.
Yes, it sounds awesome, sounds promising, and
It
I'm
does
there.
sound promising. This looks good. Oxygen producing. Oh, that's an interesting concept.
So I'm there. So I don't need to see anything else. But what I do can't say, what I can see is here it is, the official trailer for Chainsaw Man Assassin arc. And for those who don't know, this is when the story really gets even more heated up after the Rize arc. This takes place shortly after that. And unfortunately, this also is the tease that America is going to do it. For those spoiler
Yeah.
alert, for those who don't know, the gun devil does exist out there, but a certain nation has it. You get to see all the new devils that will be hunting down, and oh my god, it's the zombies! Oh my god, it's the zombie devil, or at least the return of one of them. Oh, this is the one of, or is that the marionette? No, that was the puppet devil. Yep, that was the. Oh my god, I had the manga, but it's the one that kind of controls like people. So this is going to be very exciting to see. And this arc, we also see the more closer relationship of Denji, Aki, and Power really become the best of friends, even though they don't want to admit to each other. So I'm very excited for this. Also, they're hinting at one of my favorite parts of the manga. It's because I'll show you. It's right here, and everybody knows it. It is. Come on, where is it? It's right here. I know it was right here because they tease it early. Like it's because not there, not there. You can see a little bit of it because they're all in darkness. They hint at it. It's the darkness devil. And oh my lord, okay, where's it? Was it there? There it is, right there. Because this is where they fight the darkness devil. And oh my
Oh,
god, when you see that design, I can't want to show design. It is so good. It's like the most horrifying devil you'll come across. But I love this, and because it advanced the storyline, you got yourself new threats, and you're wondering how can these normal civilians do that? Well, they're not normal because it's a devil controlling them. Hint, hint. So it's great. It's amazing. Angel is still around. Always love Angel Devil as a character. Very sad what happens to them later. And yes, the harem. The harem. I just love these designs. They're so good. So I'm excited. If you're a Chainsaw Man, get excited. It's coming later this year. Hopefully this year. A new challenger approaches Omaya Yoshindero. And from the hit manga Fist of the North Star, Kenshiro makes his way to the city of wolves, of Fatal Fury fame. God, wow. Don't worry, we'll be done soon. So you will be the new guest character for Fatal Fury. So wonderful. This is a great lineup for Fatal Fury's cast. They even got Chun Li for Fatal Fury, so that's wonderful. So awesome. That's great. So that's awesome. So if you're a fighting game aficionado, go pick it up. If not, that's fine. But it's cool to see the Fist of the North Star get some love. Sad news, but it's been delayed. So if you're thinking about playing Lords of the Fallen 2 this year, you're gonna have to wait till early next year to play it. But hey, polish it up, fix up the bugs, have a great launch. Don't worry, it's a small delay, so I can deal with that big time, completely. Speaking about, still got to see it. Here's your new look at Blue Eye Samurai season 2. So I'm still wondering where exactly this is at because She's supposed to be coming to Europe after figuring out exactly where the other two of the two white men that wronged her mother, and that she's still looking out for that revenge. So she's not giving up on revenge, but I love how the show still looks. I need to see a proper trailer, in my opinion, still, but I do love all the looks we're getting because it just that little tease for me that I'm like, mm, mm. Just give it to me already, please. I just want to watch it, see what happens in the end, and go from there. So yeah, I just love Blue Eye Samurai. If you want a great revenge story, that's the definition of revenge is digging two graves. Revenge is a double-edged sword. It is a wonderful story to read. So here are some better images and better looks at the new Oda game by Hideo Kojima. So, and he did tell you exactly who's all in the game, at least for another story. For example, so here's the shot of the photo, actually. Well, that doesn't look like much. Well, let's take a look at the door. There's Hunter Schafer, actually, in the game. So, but there he is, but like, okay, what's going on here? Well, this looks like to be a big, giant stalker type enemy, okay? Another user lookout, if you look on the top and brighten up, there looks like to be another person up there. Okay, let's take a look at it again. Look over here, look on top, and it's like, okay. The light switch is actually a piece of paper with an eye on it. Sophia Lills can be seen on the TV screen. So is this actress all the way over here? So it's like, oh, okay, what's going on over there? Why is she on the TV? Who knows? Some sort of markings above the coat hangings, above the letters. The pane in the lower right looks suspicious like blood, and there's some sort of object hanging off the lamp. So, for those who don't, so it's like something's going on here. And, you know, Kojima, he likes to use his big celebrity connections that he's got connected there in over Hollywood land. I don't mind them. I still wish he hired actual proper voice actors, but at the same time, apparently there's this whole mechanic and system that no one else wanted, but Microsoft said yes, and this will not be affected by the layoffs. So who knows what Oda will truly entail, but at the same time, things are going crazy, and this looks like to be his game. And you can still get that PT vibe because, come on, man, the screen's PT, and he still looks like to be salty or still be frustrated that he couldn't get his Silent Hill adaptation that he could never get. But at least lives on some way for him. All right, here's the last one. We'll do it quickly to wrap it up. Is Tetsuya Nomura says a particularly memorable game that he's ever worked on is Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts has been my life's work. Literally, 20 years of his life he's been working on Kingdom Hearts, if not more. So I can't leave it out. I never imagined it would be such a long journey. At the beginning of the project, I made numerous trips to Disney headquarters for meeting. For those who don't know, at the time, Disney and Square Enix shared the same office building together, so they could literally go to each other. And many things we discussed back then came to fruition over time. It should become the land of magic and dreams. There are still things I want to accomplish and trying something new in the fourth installment, so please look forward to it. Go ahead, Eminem.
It's kind of crazy how far Kingdom Hearts has come from the very first game all the way to now. And you are right. Disney and Square Enix used to be literal next door neighbors. I could literally go up. I could literally get up from my chair right now and go outside and go to my neighbor's house right there. It's just right there. That's how close they were. But
they were neighbors.
But of course, Disney being Disney and everything going on currently, it's a miracle we even got these games at all.
And at any given point in time, if you look at the actual development, that people won't say or anything, that no, it would have been like, it actually could have been canceled at any given time. Yes, the elevator pitch of doing Final Fantasy and Disney together has always been there. It's part of the DNA, and them working on the game, it's like, well, we don't have a character that's popular as Mario, but what about Disney? Tetsuya was like, yeah, I'll also direct this in that case, but you also got to remember that at any given time, it's like, this project could be canceled. They still worked on it in the progress. Sure, Disney people saw at the end, one of them being the at the time, Bob Iger being so powerful that he is, they're like, okay, Bob's here. And Bob said, hey, this looks great. Keep up the good work. So it's like the man approved. So keep on working, keep on making it. And through all that iteration, it's like they still made a good product at the end. And yes, 25 years later, through the highs and the lows, I will still like to say this: Kingdom Hearts is still Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, I have the Wayfinders. I have a Keyblade. I met some good people who like Kingdom Hearts. Saw some fantastic cosplayers, artwork even. It has that little special place in a lot of people's hearts. Do I still wish certain things were better in the story? Yeah, maybe not to be so confusing all the time, or just get some better writers on it. Or maybe he just needs better editors to say, "Look, Tetsuya, you're almost out of the industry. Let's try to make a good product at the end." I'll keep saying this: we'll never know what truly happened with that Kingdom Hearts 3. Can we please have better arguments? Please, I encourage people to have better arguments and better defenses. Because in my opinion, when you remove one part of the Kingdom Hearts formula, we're kind of missing out. That being the Final Fantasy. I would love to have more Final Fantasy characters, but you can't remove them completely. You can't say it was never about them. Well, when you pitch the game as Disney meets Square Enix in the end, we're going to need somebody to replace them. That's why I liked having the World Sim with you cats in Dream Drop Distance, or even having Zack in Birth by Sleep. We need something to replace them. Give me Nier, Dragon Quest, Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, Parasite Eve, you name it. But if you remove Disney, then it just kind of feels like a big Square Enix game advertisement. So we need both parties here to reach a good agreement, because this is supposed to be a crossover, a literal game where we go to all these different kingdoms and connecting hearts to their people. A kingdom of hearts. That's why that crossover works so well. And 20 years or over half your life working on Kingdom Hearts or just one game, I'm still going to say that's still impressive. How many people can truly say that I've been working on this since the inception? How many people can say they really say that? Off the top of my head, I can say Peter Cullen for Optimus Prime. He's been there for almost every project for Transformers, almost every. He hasn't been in all of them, but he's been the voice for Prime for 40 years. Think about that. Being the voice of Optimus Prime for 40 years, that's amazing. With all the different people coming in doing different variants of the character. But you're still the one that many recognize as the Prime. The Prime.
Mm-hmm.
That's
The
impressive.
Gripe.
I will still give flowers to Tsuya, because without your people you worked with, without the wonderful character design, good writers, good events, I don't think the series would last as long as it has. Yes, we have mixed feelings about the third game. Everybody does. But at the end of the day, that fourth game they're making on the main line number 4, and he says we're working on something new for the fourth game. And James Wood came out too as recently for that trailer at the Nintendo press conference. He even said that, hey, this is the best one I worked on. I was like, oh, if James Woods is saying that, that's impressive. He's saying this is the best one. I'm like, he's been in all the games, every single one of them. Well, almost every single one of them. But if the big man Hayes is saying that, then this is something truly special they're working on. So I will have to wait and see tomorrow for that. But damn, since the inception, that's still impressive. And don't forget, he does want to get out of the industry too. So maybe now is the time that he finally learned the lesson that, hey, don't wait till the next game. Do it now. Go ahead.
Exactly. Now's the time. Now's the time to do this. And also Joker, with everything going on, I'm hoping Kingdom Hearts Sword delivers.
Probably what's going on with Disney and Square itself in general. And again, he wants to get out to the industries. Like, hopefully, he's found some good wisdom, took the fair criticism that him and his team did face, not just the whole defending that it's not his fault. Because I'm going to say this, blaming anything on one person is bad because there's a whole slew of people I could put the blame on: writers, editors, executives, producers, other people in charge of the project who knew what happened. But I don't think even he would say that it's not the product I want. So I'm sure he probably would have made it just a little better. But hey, that's how it goes for a lot of industries. There's multiple people to blame, not just one. But that's the end for that news. But we'll do one more because it's out in 5 days. Here's the English cast for Ghost in the Shell brand for Amazon. Susie Young is on a generation roll right now. She's everywhere we hear now in the industry, and now she's landed our very own Makoto Tsukanagi. We got Sung Woo Cho as this. I think he would fit this guy perfectly as Disney Archimon. Bill Butts, Abatoya. One good names here. Even Zandy Hugh is in here. One of my favorite voice actors. Lizzie Freeman and as one of the Spider Tanks, Tekimoyo, like Fukimoyo, so great. So I do like the cast we got here. I do think they're going to fit this version of the characters well. Since it's more manga focused than the standalone complex stuff. So this is kind of like more manga accurate Kodo. And the series is hand drawn actually, from what I'm told. So hand drawn. So this will stand out and age very well. So this is a great cast to have here. So wonderful cast, wonderful voices. Good luck to all of you going up against some of the legends that have reprised their roles over and over again in both English and dub. And yes, for the sub, they had the younger actress who played Makoto in one of the other shows and movies. So this is the new Ghost in the Shell voice. Not new, but the movie that was called the new Ghost in the Shell movie. That Japanese actress has reprised her role for Makoto Tsukanagi. So wonderful. Another returning voice actress for Makoto is back in the Japanese dub. That's wonderful. Your thoughts?
This is a solid lineup. Although Sungwon Cho, is that the same guy who's been bitching about like VA industry, or am I thinking someone else?
That is him.
Oh, great. I'll
I'll give him the
give
benefit
it
of the doubt, but at the same time, he needs
I'll
to.
give him the benefit of the doubt.
But he
Let's see.
does need to make things more clear. Are you bitching about VA acting or live action acting? If it's live action acting, then it's like, yeah, he's more correct in that part. But it's VA acting, it's like, dude, it's your voice. You're allowed to mix and match. Again, our favorite actor.
I can easily do that. I can easily do a southern accent, and you
Like, we're
can
trying
tell
a
the
lot for a
difference.
lot of Spanish roles out there. Am I mad that they don't hire Spanish people for anime adaptations that have a Spanish character? No,
No,
it's just how it is.
I care about the character that's being presented in front of me, and and in terms of presence, voice, vibe, everything. Give us
Like,
that.
for example, like I
That's what
said,
we
Susie
base it.
Young,
Right. Here's the thing. Race has nothing to do with it. All I care
Phil
about.
Lamar plays an Asian man, Samurai Jack, and he's African. Who cares?
Exactly. Race is not the issue here, people. It's people who just don't put any effort into the character they
But I
are.
will give Sloan credit. He didn't do any race swapping or anything, unlike the guy who played Dom Don, who was bitching about it. So at least he didn't say that. So I'll give him credit for that. And yeah, I've seen him at cons, and like he seems like a genuine nice guy actually. So he says one thing that gets missed out of context too. He just needs to be explained better. So again, if he's a good VA, that's all I care about. And like I said, Susie Young is on a generational run. Again, Makima is a devil for crying out loud. Am I mad that Susie's not a devil? No. No. Like for example, Casey Molyneux is a trans male. Am I mad at them voicing characters who are both male and female? Hell no. Because at the end of the day, Molyneux got better as a voice actress. Doesn't matter. I'm like, they got better. Did they suck as Shinji? Yeah, they weren't the best pick. But later, as I watched the end of Evangelion movie, I'm like, okay, they finally got better. Because maybe they finally got adjusted to the character. But again, they're not my pick for Shinji. I'll take, is it his name Spike? Yeah, his Spike any day. But the other roles after that, before that, I still say they're better in other areas. See? It's that simple. I just said not my personal favorite, but if you like Molyneux against Shinji for Ava, more power to you. That's how simple it is. But anyway, guys, that is a good long live stream. I am so glad the Wi-Fi pulled up with that storm outside.
Oh, I heard it, but
there was a couple good ones in Wisconsin.
even if you did cut out Joker, I would most likely, and I would give it 10 minutes. of like, okay, we're not coming back, so I'll just end it right there. But I had it ready to go. I had the backup ready to go. But
Okay, so
everybody, thank you so much for coming on by. We went through a lot tonight. This makes up for last Wednesday.
Well, but try to be as quick as possible. But
yeah, and also real world health issues. You just can't ignore it. You just can't, no matter how hard you try. I was really looking forward to going on Knightcast last week, but my voice was like, not happening, Chief. Not happening. And I'm like, well, fine. I'll drink tea, something. But big thank you to our newest viewer, Alaska Man Jeff. I had a chance to talk with this individual, really nice dude. Go check out his channel. Also, Jorge and our residential super sailor outlaw in the house. Big thank you to everybody for making this happen. We love doing Knightcast. It's becoming everybody's favorite show on the channel that we do here. Love continuing this. Joker, how are we for tomorrow?
We should be good still.
Any changes, let me know. But yes, tomorrow we're gonna be watching more A Witch. I think it's what, episodes 7 through 9. That's where we're at.
Yes.
Yeah, let me look real quick. Just
because 1 and 2 were the big ones. 3 and 4. 3 was the
okay.
4, 5, 6.
Okay.
We did 4,
yeah,
5, 6. Because we had the Hunter for the last episode, which was my favorite.
Yeah. But yeah, episodes 7 through 9 is tomorrow, and then I will see you all again soon. By the way, Hunt Down Overtime, get that game. A lot of fun. I've been enjoying it. It's a prequel to the original Hunt Down game, but it's a lot of fun with the new patchwork and everything. Also, July 23rd. This is my final announcement, and then we'll get on out of here. I suppose it's safe to show this. I am going to be playing a brand new game on July 23rd called Claude. Think Jurassic Park, but in an homage to it. It has everything. So I did play the demo. They updated it. All I can really say, I cannot wait I cannot wait. I'm excited for the July 23rd. Also, July 7th, I am officially starting my gemology course, the Colored Stone Essentials course, this Tuesday night. I will be busy every Tuesday from now on. So I will most likely not stream given the fact that I work that day. So for now, everything else is going to be proceeding as planned. Wednesdays are still good. It's just Tuesdays that I'm going to be presently preoccupied with. But everything else is good. But everything else is good. Anyway, guys, we're out of here. Catch y'all later. Keep buying physical media. Bye, guys.